Do you feel like your days are a constant race from the moment you wake up until you go to bed? Do you end the day exhausted, feeling like you've been running all day with no time for yourself? We live in a world that pushes us to hurry and run on autopilot, robbing us of our calm and our ability to be present. But what if I told you that you can organize your day in a different way? Buddhist wisdom teaches us that we don't need to do more things to feel at peace, but rather to pay more attention to what we already do. That's a Zen routine, a map to navigate your day with more focus and less stress. That's why, in today's video, we're going to explore a simple routine divided into 3 key phases. One to start the morning with intention, another to maintain calm during the day, and a final one to end the night by releasing tensions. You will learn to organize your time not from a place of demand, but from a place of clarity. If you can, take some notes, as doing so will help you integrate what you've learned, or save this video so you can refer back to it later. And if you find these teachings useful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episodes. Let's begin. 1. In the morning, sowing intention. The sound of the alarm, the first glance at the phone, and suddenly, the race has begun. Emails, news, reminders. Before we even put a foot on the ground, our mind is already racing, hijacked by the world's urgencies. But what if the first 5 minutes of your day could make the rest of it better? Buddhist teachings remind us that the way we start the day often defines the quality of the entire experience. That's why the first step of a Zen routine is incredibly simple. Before connecting with the outside world, connect with yourself. Before grabbing your phone, simply breathe. Take 3 slow inhales and exhales, feeling your body awaken. This small gesture is like setting the rudder of your day in the direction of calm. Once you have created that small space, the second step is to sow an intention. This isn't a to-do list, but about choosing the quality you want to accompany you today. As you make your coffee or tea, ask yourself in silence, what seed do I want to cultivate today? Perhaps today you need patience, or maybe focus for that important task, or simply kindness in your interactions. Choose just one. This intention will be your guide. It doesn't force you to be perfect, but it gives you a clear direction. When the chaos of the day tries to drag you away, remembering your intention will be the anchor that brings you back to your center. You've started the day with purpose, not on autopilot, and that changes everything. But how do you maintain that calm when the day really begins? That's exactly what we'll see next. 2. During the day, maintaining calm and focus. As the day progresses, it's easy for that morning intention to dissolve in a tide of meetings, tasks, and distractions. We believe that to have focus, we need a perfect environment, but Buddhist philosophy teaches us something more powerful. We can find calm in the midst of movement, transforming our daily activities into anchors to the present. The secret is to practice mindfulness not only when you meditate, but when you act. You don't need extra time, just to bring your attention to what you are already doing. For example, when you walk, instead of being lost in your thoughts, feel for a moment the contact of your feet on the ground. Or when you eat, dedicate the first few minutes to savoring the food without looking at your phone. That is a practice. And what to do when stress takes over? The teachings offer us a foolproof rescue tool, the mindful pause. When you feel overwhelmed, pause. Simply stop and take a single conscious breath, long and deep. Feel the air come in and feel it go out. It's a micro reboot, a reset button that brings you back to the present in less than 10 seconds. This isn't about doing everything in slow motion, but about sprinkling your day with these small islands of calm. Every time you bring attention to your gestures, every time you pause to breathe, you are training your mind to come back home. You've now learned a new tool to navigate the waves of the day instead of letting them overwhelm you. 3. The evening, letting go and reflecting. You reach the end of the day, collapse on the sofa, turn on the TV, or scroll through social media to try to disconnect. But your mind is still racing, replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow, or carrying the accumulated tension. A Zen routine doesn't end when work is over, but when we consciously prepare the mind for rest. The first step is to create a transition space. At least half an hour before sleep, disconnect from screens. Their light and constant flow of information keep your brain in a state of alert, preventing deep rest. Use that time for something that anchors you in the real world. Read a book, listen to soft music, or simply tidy up your space a little. The second step is a closing practice inspired by Buddhist wisdom, serene reflection. This isn't about judging or punishing yourself for what you did or didn't do. It is an act of care. Simply take 2 minutes to recall 3 things from the day you're grateful for, no matter how small. And then ask yourself with kindness, what have I learned today? This simple review helps you to close the mental tabs of the day, to process the experience, and to let it go. This way, instead of taking your worries to bed, you enter your rest with a lighter mind and a peaceful heart, ready for a truly restorative sleep. And now, I want to share a guided meditation with you that you can use every night to put these teachings into practice and release the weight of the day. If you've never meditated before, don't worry. You just need the intention to give yourself a few extra minutes of calm. Find a comfortable position, lying in bed or sitting on it. Gently close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. With the first, inhale the entire day that is ending. And as you exhale, release it. With the second, inhale the present moment. And as you exhale, connect a little deeper with it. And with the third, inhale an intention of calm. And as you exhale, allow that calm to begin to expand. Now, return to your natural breath without forcing it. Simply feel it. Notice the gentle movement in your abdomen, how it rises with the inhale and falls with the exhale. This is your anchor, your refuge. If the mind wanders, that's okay. Kindly just guide it back to this sensation. Now, bring your attention to your feet. Feel their contact with the sheets or the floor. After supporting you all day, allow them to relax completely. Move up through your legs, your hips, feeling the weight of your body surrender into the surface that supports you. You don't have to hold anything else for today. Arrive at your abdomen, your chest. You might notice some accumulated tension, the echo of a worry or rush from the day. Don't try to eliminate it. Simply breathe into that area. Imagine that with each inhale you bring warm, kind air to that spot, and with each exhale you allow that tension to soften a little, to dissolve at its own pace. Now bring your attention up to your shoulders. This is where we often carry the weight of the world. With a conscious exhale, let them drop. Feel them release. Relax your neck, your jaw. We often clench it without realizing. And soften your forehead, the space between your eyebrows. Allow your entire face to rest. Your body is now a little calmer. And from this space, I invite you to observe your mind with the same kindness. As if you were watching a river, let the thoughts of the day pass by. Some will be pleasant, others perhaps not so much. You don't have to get on any boat. Simply observe them from the riverbank, knowing that, like the river's water, they all flow and pass by. Lastly, before we finish, bring to mind just one thing, no matter how small, that you feel grateful for from today. It could be a conversation, a cup of tea, a ray of sunshine. Being healthy, having your loved ones, or simply the good fortune of living in a country at peace. Feel that little spark of gratitude in your heart. And with that feeling, rest. You have done enough for today. Take one last deep breath and remain in this state of calm for as long as you need. May you have a deep and restorative rest. As you can see, a Zen routine is not about adding more things to your schedule, but about transforming the quality with which you live your day. Let's briefly review the 3 phases of this map to a life with more focus and less stress. The first phase is the morning, your time to sow an intention. Instead of starting on autopilot, you consciously choose the quality you want to guide you, setting a tone of calm and purpose for the entire day. The second phase is during the day, where you learn to maintain focus and calm through mindfulness. You use your daily activities as anchors to the present and your breath as your refuge in moments of stress. And the third phase is the night, your opportunity to let go and reflect. You create a space to disconnect, process the day with gratitude, and prepare your mind for a deep and restorative rest. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me on this journey through this Zen routine. I hope these ideas help you not to add more demands to your day, but to find more peace and calm within it. Remember that peace is not a distant destination, but a quality we can cultivate in every small act. Now, I would love for this conversation to continue in the comments. Tell me, what small action in your routine are you going to start doing more mindfully from today? Whether it's making coffee, walking to work, or simply breathing, your experience can inspire others to find their own islands of calm. If you think this video can help someone find a little more focus and serenity, I invite you to share it. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring this path together. Thank you for your time and your practice. See you in the next video.